Hello, this is Billy with Silver Seas Yachts in Seattle, Washington. Here today in sunny South Florida to have a look at this magnificent vessel behind us, the Azimut 25-meter Magellano. This beautiful 2026 yacht has just arrived from Italy and will be en route to the Pacific Northwest to be displayed in Seattle, Washington later on this year. Come with me for a preview of this yacht as we're putting it together here in Florida. So starting on the exterior here, up at the bow, you got an amazing amount of clearance. There's a Flybridge on a 53-footer right there at the bow rail level. You have twin ground tackle for your anchors on each side of the stem. And you'll notice how you have this amazing raised exterior bulkhead rather than a stainless bow rail. You got a little grab section here very forward, but you feel very contained, and it gives the yacht such amazing, elegant lines. This is Azimut's modern take on a trawler, and the 25-meter really just has some amazing characteristics with the split pilot house bridge level. Got your forward galley here, but just gives us this amazing tiered feeling up to your Flybridge. It's really going to look amazing on the water in the Pacific Northwest. You got your windows there, large generous windows on the accommodations level down below. So basically three major levels on this machine. So you've got your accommodations level, your salon living level, and then your Flybridge level, like I said, with the split pilot house with the interior and exterior station. As we come aft, you've got an amazing setup out here with a tender garage and a large platform right here that actually comes down into the water to make a beach club to give you amazing on the water level access, especially once you get your tender out of the way. It's going to do a number of things for you. It's going to give you this great area to interact with the water with your guests, as well as it's going to open up your cockpit in some unique ways. Let me get on board here and show you what I mean. So as we walk up here, engine room access is going to be just below to your MAN power. And then a few steps up and you're into the cockpit of your 25-meter. Got a couple of exterior service buffet stations here. One just in front of us that also houses some wing deck controls for docking. This is going to have an Aventix joystick system, as well as wing stabilizers, fin stabilizers rather, and bow and stern thrusters. So great, easy control, polite control for owner operation considerations of this 82 some outfit vessel. But as I said, as we are here in the cockpit and looking aft at our infinity terrace here, you'll notice that right now you can see teak decking there. Now that's that beach club door. So when that opens, this becomes glass railing. And now you got these amazing facing settees here with a table that can be high or low. Right now it's in a coffee table configuration. It can also raise up and leaf out to be an exterior dining configuration. Beautiful teak ladder backing on that. And that's going to really open up. You're going to face your guests and face out at the sea. Azimut is all about connection to the water, and this configuration is going to bring you closer to your destination instead of just having you look in at a big glass bulkhead with a traditional U-shaped seat in your cockpit. You got a beautiful spiral staircase up to the Flybridge level, but we're going to head up there a different way in a while. But before we head into the salon, I do want to show you again, pilot house style, trawler style vessel. And so you got these very contained high bulwark walkarounds here. Nice rails here to tie off fenders, as well as fender cleats, tie off points up throughout. Beautiful teak flooring, a huge amount of glazing. This is going to be a exterior door to get into the galley area from inside. We'll show you that. And then up here is your bow lounge area. A couple of great seating areas. This is the only area really that I didn't take the covers off. It's just very bright out here today in South Florida, but this is going to be another amazing area for entertaining on your Azimut. As I said again, dual gear for anchoring. Obviously yacht-sized, oversized hardware throughout for securing this vessel in all marinas and conditions. And I really appreciate with Azimut, there's storage throughout the boats, pretty much everywhere, and especially wherever these covers are. So you have a nice convenient place to tuck your covers away and know where they're at the end of the day when you need to put them on. Or if you're gonna go on an extended cruise and get them completely out of the way, a lot more room to bring along toys and things of that nature. Again, we're gonna walk back down. Again, you can see the full 360-degree ability to easily get around the vessel. Now, as I say, this boat just recently came off the ship from Italy, so it's in the middle of being commissioned here at this beautiful Marine Max Yachts facility in Dania Beach, Florida. But it is wonderfully put together, enough for me to bring you on this tour. But if you do see some things like an area rug folded over or anything like that, do understand this is a preview of the boat. But as we head into the salon, I mean, you're really met by just an enormous amount of space. As you can see, you could easily, comfortably entertain 10, 15 plus people right here in the salon. You start adding in these exterior zones, can easily entertain 20 plus guests on here and never feel claustrophobic. Appreciate on Azimut in the main salon level here, as well as the master cabin. You've got these master scene lighting, so you can just press on, off, or pick from a few different presets to control all your lighting at one time, rather than needing to go over and do a bunch of individual switches. Now here on the salon level, you do have a large television as well, if you do want to entertain with some TV, and a lot of natural light. Beautiful amount of open space. Of course, it tucks all the way out of the way, so you can just enjoy the scenery instead as the occasion calls for. Nice, comfortable dining here for 8 at the current setup. And again, this is a boat meant to be entertaining, meant to be enjoyed on longer journeys, so you have an excellent layout for that, as well as very convenient. You got a bar set up here for your stemware. Every Azimut is going to come with fine Italian products included, so stemware and china, things of that nature. So you've got right behind here another cabinet with all your china. So while we're talking about just the general layout and the general idea of this boat, you know, in Europe, in Italy in particular, a lot more likelihood for a vessel like this to be operated by a crew. I really appreciate, again, with the control systems, with the layout of this boat for the Pacific Northwest in particular, I could see owner definitely choosing to be able to operate this, but have a crew as needed. So you've got your galley is now all the way forward. And this is a bulkhead partition here that can close off completely. So you can have that be 100% closed off, or you can enjoy having it open if you're having more of a social cooking environment. You do have an on-deck head here, very important for a yacht of this caliber to have an on-deck head, and it's quite comfortable. You've got a little tuck-away breakfast nook, if you will, up here if you're going to run it yourself, or a nice little area with this completely enclosed off for your crew to be able to socialize, get ready for the day, or have a end conversation without disturbing the guests. Again, that's that exterior door from the inside, and then check out this amazing galley. Full beam forward in the pilot house, lower level, amazing views, huge, huge true chefs set up here, large sinks, large induction cooktop, huge oven. These are not boat size appliances, RV size appliances. These are huge residential size appliances, large side by side refrigerator, freezer, supplemental refrigerator, huge pantry. And then down below, you've got even more. But, you know, again, residential size dishwasher, huge double sink, nothing to apologize for. Miele induction appliances for your stovetop, Miele washer dryer down below. We'll go check out that. So forward on the boat is your crew quarter. You could also operate this as 2 more staterooms if you wanted, for private use or accommodation of a lot of additional sundries and things like that. If you're going to go on an extended cruise up into Alaska, something like that, and maybe you don't need both as crew cabins or even use it all just for storage. You do have an additional lobby level pantry as well here, and those full-size residential washer dryers. And then you got an additional head with a wet shower down here just for these dedicated staterooms, as well as a separate closing door here. So there's a lot of different ways to block off the boat to create more privacy, depending on how you want to operate it, and that may change throughout your journeys. All right, so we'll go up to the bridge after we visit the accommodations level, but let's head down below deck next. So this is going to be set up with 4 staterooms down below, in addition to those 2 crew, to comfortably sleep up to 9 guests, as I'll show you. first we're going to turn towards the bow at what would be considered the main VIP, your first guest stateroom on board the boat. Now this is going to occupy basically the full beam forward here under the pilot house before the crew deck. You got a large lavatory with its own shower. They really enjoy showcasing the stonework. And you've got both a rain shower and a wand here. And of course, this is going to be a dedicated head. Remember that, of course, you've got that day head up top, so no reason for your other guests to need to come down here. We're not staying in this cabin. A lot of storage built in. Nice natural light coming through that oversized porthole window. And very comfortable in here for sure. As we move a little further aft, we're going to come to your second guest stateroom, also basically a second VIP, if you will. Another island-style bed with a lot of nice natural light, with that beautiful natural glass headboard, if you will, and a huge, possibly even bigger, head here at this midship stateroom. So this is going to be a little bit longer since it's lay along the hallway, but again, a huge shower, rain head, the whole 9 yards. TV with sound bar, individual zone controls for your chiller base system. And then we're going to go to the third guest stateroom where I've got deployed at the moment the Pullman berth here, which tucks up out of the way when you just want to sleep two. And you got this really nice configuration, but you do have that option for the third if you like. But again, very spacious. I've got tons of room to stand here throughout the entire stateroom at over 6 foot tall, and no slouch at all for these visitors. And again, a dedicated ensuite with its own rain head shower. And then we get to the main event as we head aft here, just forward of the engine room and tender garage, is your owner's stateroom. So again, full beam, lots of storage. You got to think about this. You're going to stay here on a long journey. You want to really be able to feel comfortable. You want to be able to close the door, have some moments of solitude down here, away from your guests, away from the hubbub on deck, and really be able to rest and restore. So you got this awesome open spa type feeling rather than blocking off the head. And rather than putting it after the stateroom and making it feel compressed, you've got a lot of open space down here. A nice little dressing bench. You've got a lot of closets. So you got built-in storage here. You've got a large walk-in closet with hanging bars on this side, as well as another closet slash sundry space, laundry space rather, over here next to your double sink. Now this is such a beautiful area on the boat to have this natural light. Couldn't find the remote for the shades, sorry. But that's window space right there rather than a big mirror. You got beautiful views out, and then you've still got individual mirrors here and this mirror in front of your linen closet. But you'll notice you've got a stone partition here so that the entire space for your head is all stone lined. And then again, very large, oversized, and you got storage behind all these doors as well. Oversized primary stateroom head with a giant shower with, again, rain head and wand. So such an elegant and beautiful space to enjoy and disconnect a little bit from the rest of the action on the boat, and just a few steps away from being on deck. Now there is a mechanical space under this hatch as well. They would have a lot of access to put some bins in there as well for some maybe less needed things, excess water bottles, items like that. Okay, now we're gonna head up to the pilot house. Say it's a split bridge layout, so as you come up here, you've got your interior pilot house, 3 beautiful Raymarine displays, interactive controls here to be able to go over all the systems on the boat with just a touch of a button. Great visibility from this huge primary single pane forward. You got a settee bench over here that slides on an electric slide to be right by the pilot, so you can have a companion in comfort up here enjoying the cruise. Again, very usable controls with the Aventix joystick system. And then just a couple more steps up and you are on the Flybridge. And this is another whole dimension to the vessel. Again, full redundant controls just like down there. 2 displays up here, but again, Controls for your Ventix joystick, your bow and stern thruster. Of course, all your full suite of Raymarine electronics. On this side, you got nice practical storage. Again, great spots to be able to actually store covers and things like that while you're underway to protect all this beautiful furniture. Dual helm chair setup here. Giant oversized exterior dining. Love the shark gill style electric slat shade. High-low television here as well. And then as we come aft, you've got just a great exterior entertaining area. Beautiful furnitures here on the back. And then you've got this great walk-up bar here with 2 bar stools just by your spiral staircase. And this amazing galley here. Sorry, a couple covers there tucked away. But triple Kenyan barbecue to really prepare a large meal all at once. And just such a place to be. I mean, imagine being here on the grill, just looking at the views of where you're at. Adds such a dimension of enjoyment to the boat. Again, glass aft balcony really opens up and reveals the views today of a boatyard, but you know, again, you're going to be in some spectacular destinations throughout the cruising grounds of the Pacific Northwest or other locations when you enjoy owning a vessel of this magnitude. So just imagine the spectacular amount of connection you'd have to your destinations. Of course, you could build enclosures for this bridge area as well, should you so desire. Well, you may want to consider leaving it open though, considering you just have your interior pilot house here, just 2 steps away from the exterior helm. So such a dynamic and amazing vessel, and thank you for having a look through it with me today. So again, this has been Billy with Silver Seas Yachts in Seattle, Washington. Thanks for taking a look through this amazing new Azimut with me. If you're interested in any more information on this yacht for cruising in the United States, or you'd like to see it when it comes out to Washington State, be glad to get you some more information. Please reach out in the comments section below at my office, and I'd be happy to let you know more about Azimut Yachts and this beautiful machine. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and you have a great day.